Hi, I'm Sarah Ell from Boating New Zealand, and we're out here on this blustery spring day in Auckland Harbour to have a look at the new Bavaria C50 Style. There's good visibility forward from both the wheels, with a big navigation screen here on both pedestals. On this side we also have the controls for the bow thruster and the main throttle controls for the engine. It's a nice big wheel here with good grip for plenty of control. Steering is light and responsive. This boarding platform folds right down off the transom, and you really need it because you can see how high we are off the water. All the volume is contained in the hull to give plenty of room down below. So in here under the transom there's actually space to put a 2.6 metre tender. Just roll straight in there and then fold the transom back away. C50 is part of a new range from Bavaria. Instead of being designed by Farr, these boats are now being designed by an Italian, Maurizio Cossetti, and they've gone for maximum beam and really big volume. This boat's got a 5 metre beam, and you can see that happening right here in the cockpit, how much space it generates. So if this was your boat, you'd want to have lots of friends because you've got plenty of space to entertain them. So the boat comes standard with an aluminium Selden rig and with Elvstrom sails. So all the halyards and sheets and the other control lines all run right back here to the helm station. There's a pair of winches on each side, one of which is electric. Everything is right under the deck in these channels, so there's no lines on deck at all. So the main can be sheeted on both sides. The main sheet comes aft to a pair of blocks forward of the Dodger and then splits and comes aft. So there are fore and aft Janard cars if you want to have an overlapper. This boat is set up with a smaller self-tacker. You can see from up here in the bow too how low profile the cabin top is. All that volume is going right down into the hull. Up on the bow here there is the anchor winch, which can be operated from the cockpit, and then in here is an absolutely massive sail or other storage locker. So coming down below you can really see the effect of those high top sides. I mean, look how much volume there is in here. I can hardly even reach that grip rail. So there are lots of options downstairs for how you want the cabin laid out. This particular boat has 3 double cabins, 2 aft and 1 forward, which we'll have a look at in a minute. It also now has the galley, instead of being ranged along the side, with this big U shape. So there's an in-bench fridge here, and there's also these really big fridge and freezer drawers. The other thing that's really striking down here is how much light there is. There are these eye-level windows for when you're sitting, windows higher up, and these hatches above, plus the light oak cabinetry really makes the whole thing feel very light and spacious. In fact, this boat has 75 square metres of room down below, which is larger than your average Auckland studio apartment. So there's also a decent sized nav station here to starboard. The boat has this B&G Naviop system which controls all the electronics. You can adjust which lights are on and off. There's heaps of space and plenty of headroom here in the owner's cabin in the bow as well, which has a separate shower and head. There's a large double cabin aft on both sides, again with really generous headroom. Also, each of these 2 aft cabins has its own head, and on the starboard side there's also a shower which is accessed through the saloon for these 2 cabins to use. So under the steps here is access to the engine and the generator. So the power here is an 85 horsepower Yanmar with a sail drive. Our sail today was only the second time this boat's been out, but I have to say I was really impressed by how easy the systems are. It's very simple for a short-handed crew to get the sails up and down and to trim from aft without any difficulty at all. The big thing that strikes me about this boat is volume. It is simply massive inside. For a 50-foot boat, there is just so much space. At around 850,000 New Zealand dollars as tested, it's a lot of boat for the money. This boat is going down to Waikawa. Its owners live in Christchurch, and I'm sure they'll have many happy years of cruising aboard her.
John Ecclestone from Boating New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more of these videos, please subscribe to our channel.